Greetings and salutations. Welcome to part 2 of Set the Captives Free. Let me start with forgive the blackout screen, but I'm outside of my tent and I'm in the blackout section of my tent and haven't figured out a lighting situation yet. So pretend like we're back in the days of radio and just listen. Thank you for coming. Now on to part 2. We'll be talking about money demons. So, I read an article, a work paper called The Bakru Speaks, The Money Demons and Racial Stereotypes in Guyana and Suriname by Rogerio Brits W. Perez, Marcelo Morier Mello, and Stuart Earl Strange from 2018. So, this article speaks extensively about the Bakru. That's Bakru. Some people say Baku, Bakoo. And then there's a couple other ways to spell it as well, which is a money demon. So, this particular devil is said to possess lands, buildings, homes, and the matrilineal members, the women, of the demon's owner. So whoever goes to the Obia or whatever they call their uh, witch doctor or whatever in different cultures, they go by many names. Whoever goes and purchases this working is considered the owner. And so then this particular demon possesses uh, female members of that person's family. According to Marcelo Mello, one of the authors of the paper, the Indo-Guyanese claim the devils, demons, jinns, whatever, are sold by the Dajukas, which are the Maroons of African descent, the wielders of Obia, which is a baneful magic. In like manner, the Dajukas point to the Indian descended Guyanese as calling on Pujaris who do Bili Sunyam or Marundu or Mai, which is similar to voodoo, um, to conjure the money demons. In my opinion, it's both and. I believe all cultures have this sort of a setup with energy manipulation, is what I'll call it, or magic, or working. It can be called by many names, but it's energy manipulation. Um, so this Marcelo Mello, he reports that the interviewees, the people he talked to there, claim that eventually the entities demands become more than the owner can provide. And that's when their family members start dying from accidents, murders, violent disputes. Uh, these are ritual blood sacrifices because when the owner is unable to provide whatever it is the demon requires, you gotta sacrifice something, right? Ain't that how it works? We all know about the Illuminati. So, the academics that collaborated on this paper seem to have a bias in explaining the way the spiritual and the supernatural, I too have a bias in seeing the spiritual in most things, so there's that. Their paper comes off as dismissive and condescending to both groups. But remember, as I stated in the first part, always use your intelligence, your knowledge, your wisdom, spiritual and energetic discernment when searching for answers. And so, in scripture, yes, I read scripture. I believe in a lot of scripture. I believe it's been tampered with and edited, and I've discussed that in the first video as well. But in Ephesians 6:10 through 13, I'm going to read 12 for you because it is one of my favorite verses. Um, For we are not struggling against human beings, but against the rulers, the authorities, and cosmic powers governing, governing, governing this darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realm. And so the heavenly realm is your subconscious mind, your spiritual place in your temple, because your body is the temple. So everybody doesn't believe we're spiritual beings having a human experience, nor do they admit that the energy that they study and speak so highly of, scientists I mean, is spirit. They call it energy, and then the rest of us call it spirit. Um, or maybe they are conspiring, hashtag daily conspiracy theory, to prevent the masses from understanding it that way. As I stated in part one, I suspect most organized religions, secret societies, Greek letter organizations, and secret initiation based tribal traditions perpetuate this system of baneful patriarchy that is slaveholder versus enslaved system. You can find the full paper on Bakru Speaks at brill.com. It's open access. It was published May 1st of 2018. There are also, you can look up, there are some 18th and 19th century etchings of the Money Devil at www.library.hbs.edu. And so, uh, academics have discussed this, talked about it, hashed it out for a long time. So the title of the place to find the etchings is Mammon, the Money Devil, Coin and Conscious. It's a historical collection. And then I will leave you with one more scripture, and that is Matthew 6:19 through 24. That says, "Do not store up for yourselves wealth here on earth, where moths and rust destroy and burglars break in and steal. Instead, store up for yourselves wealth in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and burglars do not break in or steal. For where your wealth is, there your heart will be also." And again, I say, heaven is within you in your subconscious. So I don't think of it as some place somewhere where people go after they die or whatever. It is in you. It's part of you. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if you have a good eye, that is, if you are generous, your whole body will be full of light. But if you have an evil eye, if you are stingy or hoarder or greedy, um, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? No one can be a servant to two masters, for he will either hate the first and love the second, or scorn the second and be loyal to the first. You can't be a servant to both the creator of all things, and money and things. You have to decide, do you want to be a a positive love and light energy and force in this realm? Or do you want to walk with darkness? And you have free will. You can do either or, but you can't do both. So, thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, respectfully comment. I hope to see your return for part 3, where we'll discuss current events pertaining to this subject. Peace be upon you.